Hello, gentle people. Oh, that was Mr. 42. Sorry, wrong channel. And oh, and let's get all that here. Sorry for my tardiness. I was a bit held up because I was editing a video. Because I have a new channel. A side channel for those who do not know. Uh, First of all, let's get the. Oops, oh, sorry. Stefan. That little hedgehog I have here. Okay. Okay. And then, of course, yeah, Verti. So, my new channel is about beer. Let's do the dance. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. If you have not already, okay. Yeah. Why do I have the nagging feeling that something funny is going on? I have a funny nagging feeling that I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing. Sometimes. There we have it. Okay, who do we have in the chat? Jens saying hello, everybody, and home state of Florida man, who's been in the newspapers, usually after doing something stupid. Booey, hello, everyone. And Super Ghost says, hola, one and all. New channel? Yes, I have a new channel, which will be launching officially when the first video comes out. Okay. And there's something funny going on here because my stream deck is not working as it should. I don't know why. But the video that we have today is just horrible. Okay, let's just try again. I hope that works. Because if yes, there it is. Let's go to there. There, Hades Beer Corner is launching, whenever. Yeah, it's launching whenever I have the video ready. It's still in the it's been filmed, but it's still on the editing table. Okay, please check my Patreon. Flems is there. We just had a wonderful chat on a Patreon live there with the Stefan Starlings, €5 and up. Get a Patreon live twice a month if you like. Okay, and then let's go. So what do we have? Okay, it's once again from lgbtqnation.com. Okay, so let's take me a bit smaller. I'm not that. I mean, I'm plus size, but not that big. Okay, so Florida's Agency of Healthcare Administration has finalized new rules banning healthcare providers from billing the state's Medicaid program for gender-affirming care. And this includes everyone, minors and adults alike. Under the new rules, puberty blockers, hormone therapies, and surgical procedures for treatment of gender dysphoria will not be covered for patients of any age. Taking effect August 21st, which was Sunday week ago. Like Sunday, August 21st, which was Sunday week ago, yes. Okay, Lambda Legal, Southern Legal Council, Florida Health Justice Project, etc. have been outcrying. Okay, and today, by the way, is Leffe Brown. These small bottles that I actually, these cute little bottles that I purchased from Denmark, just out of Copenhagen. Just out of outside of downtown Copenhagen. 80. This is 25 cc, 25 centiliters, 0.25 liters. The regular bottle is 0.33 liters, so this is a bit smaller. But this was 83 cents. Euro cents. That's about maybe 90 cents in US cents. Okay, they've been ignoring the statement reads, which was, as I said, Lambda Legal, Southern Legal Council, National Health Law Program, etc. They're saying that the statement is saying, ignoring thousands of comments and expert testimony, the Florida AHCA has finalized a rule that will deny Medicaid coverage for all medically necessary gender-affirming care for both young and youth and adults alike. Will take effect, or already has taken effect, because trans people actually unless trans people, as I understand it, this will not make Oi, what? No, 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 not now, Mr. 42. Yes, as far as I can tell, this does not make it illegal to provide these treatments. It just makes it not possible to get anything from Medicaid. Unfortunately, those trans people, minors and adults alike, who cannot afford to pay these treatments out of their own pocket, are either forced to detransition, or should they wish to get anything from Medicaid or Medicare, whatever it's called these days. If they want to get anything from Medicaid, they need to move out of state. Unfortunately, they need to move out of state to another state where it's possible, where they can, get affordable treatments, and get some reimbursement, the reimbursement they are entitled to from Medicaid. So they're forced. It's either paid out of your own pocket, or leave the state, or leave the state, or move to Canada or other English-speaking country. The Zuberger says this sounds like another law that breaches amendments and rights. These loons are never shy to display their bigotry, to point out that is just too much for them. Uh, Mind you, this is, as far as I can tell, this is not a law. This is new rules from the Florida Agency of Healthcare Administration. This is not a law. It's just new rules from the state government. Anyway, the change was first proposed in June. Took long enough. Based on a report commissioned by Florida's AHCA, primarily on effects of gender-affirming care on children. Both findings contradict the overwhelming consensus of all major medical organizations. How the fuck am I not surprised at all? Okay, there's an Erica Reed tweeting this where no, I don't want to go to Twitter. Okay, so although this particular release does not ban gender-affirming care for trans adults outright, but this was back in June. But now we know. But it's not. I mean, it's a ban, but it does not make it criminal. As far as I can tell, it's not a felony to provide this treatment. It's just, as far as I can tell, but I could be wrong. Gender. Okay. Gender affirming care for both adolescents and adults has been endorsed by a number of American other professional groups. For example, the American Medical Association, American Academy of Pediatrics, American Psychiatric Association, and many others. And it's free life-saving for transgender individuals, both minors and adults alike. I can tell you that it is truly life-saving. Was for me. It was for me, and for so many so many trans people I've talked to over the years, and I've heard so many people say that, so many trans people and non-binary too. And this is what the conservatives in Florida too have been banging on about, that they don't want to have that if these treatments were to be allowed to minors would be getting sex change surgeries, quote unquote, but as if it was a fact, as if it was a fact, as if it was hard on bang fact, known fact, but it is not. There is only one such case. That was Kim Petras, a German girl, a pop singer. I should check up on her, what she's been up to, but later, not now. Okay, she did have gender reassignment surgery. I.e., the surgery downstairs, a vaginoplasty, at the age of 16, in Germany. But that was, as I understand it, that was just an absolute pain in the asshole to get all the permits, to get the permits. Supergirl says it does seem a little similar to when Republicans tried to make it more difficult for Black and Hispanic people to vote without banning them outright. It's their usual hypocrisy, yeah. Uh, if you ask a Republican, you know, Jens says politicians know nothing. They always know better than the experts. Not always, but a lot, quite often. Yes. Um, if you ask an average uh, Republican, uh, women, even white Christian, white good Christian housewives cannot vote. Uh, People of color cannot vote. Uh, Immigrants cannot vote, even if these immigrants were, good white Christians from many good white Christian fundamentalist evangelicals from, uh, say, the UK, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, etc. Supergirl says, yes, Jens, exactly. Don't, quote unquote, listen to most. I don't listen to most professionals, just listen to people who agree with you. Exactly. Uh, anyway, the only thing, as far as I can tell, for the most part, the only thing that is provided to minors is puberty blockers, and this is feeding the kids hormones, apparently, according to some Republicans. Why is that? Because it prevents the puberty. It prevents puberty. It does nothing else. It's not even a hormone pill to begin with. If you excuse me. Uh, so what I could okay. So the as per wiki okay, the most commonly used puberty blockers are gonna gonadotropin releasing hormone agonists, which is just blocks blocks the production of the puberty hormones. Okay. Several US states have attempted, but failed so far, as far as I can tell, to use it completely, to block them completely. Okay. But let's go. Uh, Last week, Florida's Board of Medicine voted to begin process of adopting new standards of care for transgender individuals, which could ban gender-affirming care for minors outright. Right. That would be bad if the Board of Medicine would put some regulations in place, because that would actually mean that doctors would actually risk losing their license if they provide the gender affirming care, including puberty blockers. New rules. Okay. The new rules proposed by Florida Health Department in April would prohibit gender affirming surgical procedures, medication like puberty blockers, and hormone therapy, and quote unquote any other procedure that alters primary or secondary sexual characteristics for the treatment of gender dysphoria. for anyone under the age of 18. Even yes, and this also points out the gender-affirming surgery, meaning that genital surgery, are not performed on minors. They ban it because the Republicans ban it because they think it happens. Republicans think it happens, so they ban it, but it never happened in the first place. Does it make sense? Not really, no. At least 2 states have tried, but certain the same Medicaid bans, but had been turned down by federal judges, which is not really surprising. And the federal judge ruled that Wisconsin and in West Virginia must cover it through Medicaid, which is quite good. Buoy, my response don't seem to be good. Okay. It seems that there is something. Hang on. Really? There we have it. And there we have it. I have my Super Ghost and Jens here, and there were 2 or 3 comments that were held up for manual review. Had been for a moment. So just keep an eye, because this has been happening before. That I'm sorry, but just hasn't really been going through that well. Or no one has really picked them up from there. Okay, and then anyway, is there Superghost has subscribed to you on YouTube? What this means probably my beer channel. 4 subscribers without any actual content, but it's on Super Ghost said Jens and Super Ghost haven't seen them. Okay, that's interesting, because I was the only one who actually saw them. Okay, I think I know what's wrong, but I'll have to just dig into it a bit later, when I'm done with this live stream. If you haven't already, please leave me a thumbs up and comment down under the video, because algorithm really likes comments. Okay, and I've been and I haven't really my channel hasn't been really growing too much recently. This is my main channel, but I think perhaps my main channel content may not be too appealing to let's say the vast majority of people. So it really pisses me off that my channel isn't growing. I'm stuck around 104, 105 subscribers. It just goes up and down between 103 and 105 so far, and it's been capping at 105 for a while now. It's 104 now, but I'm hoping that maybe at some point the growth of my beer channel. I know my content is shitty anyway, but yeah. Anyway, what was yes, Bowie says the retrash begins live for ignorance and hypocrisy. Indeed, that is what they do. They just thrive out of it. Okay. Do you have any questions regarding this topic? The anything about my channel, the future of my channel, the shit I'm gonna do, my I may or may not answer anything stuff about my beer channel. So just I'll be gone a moment. So write your comments, questions, that especially your questions in the comment section. Oh, sorry, the side chat, and I'll be right back. Yes, Super Ghost. Yes, that is indeed what it is. So in a Super Ghost says so. In a nutshell, it's the usual pro-lifers are only for life if it's white, Christian, heterosexual, and cis. Yeah, and a man. Only male, white, Christian, heterosexual, and cis. That is pro-life. Jens says they do Supergirls. Care. They care until birth. After that, they don't care at all. Super Ghost, will you explore the history of beer on a channel? Yes, I will be exploring the history of a beer, and mind you, that the beer channel is predominantly pre-recorded videos. I may, I might do some occasional live streams, but I'll keep the beer channel as for pre-recorded edited videos, and uh, my at Hades Corner, this channel will be primarily for live streaming. Of course, I've had pre-recorded videos on this channel, but it's so far um, predominantly live shows because I'm a live streamer primarily. Supergirl says, no drunk gaming. LOL, just kidding. Uh, let's just say that that is not completely out of the question. Okay, that's not. I haven't ruled that out, but I make no promises. All I can, all I just all I'll just say is maybe. Who knows? Uh, no channel rules without exceptions. No channel rules without exceptions. Yes, precisely, Jens. And now that I actually have some new some beefier hardware. Um, for example, I recently I purchased a new graphics card. Uh, and that person there is playing Sim Cities with an RTX 2060 Super that many people would pay thousands and thousands of maybe at least €1,000. Some people would pay at least €1,000 for a 2060 Super. So Bowie says basically the same for shit the WCHC, white Christian heterosexual and cis, needs to get a clue because not being WCHC is a great thing. Exactly. Okay, and I will be, by the way, for these two channels, I will be, I will have the one Patreon. So these two channels will share the same Patreon. Uh, for now, which it will of course depends on what the future holds. You know, nobody knows which channel grows, which stays the same, which I will decide to put more emphasis on. But so far, it will say I will have, if anyone should so wish, to when I but please, if anyone when I actually launch the beer channel, if anyone would like to support that channel via Patreon, that the place to go to would be Hades Corner Patreon. So I will not be setting up a new one. So all that will be like so. Supergirl says to be absolutely correct. The typical do as I say, not as I do nonsense. Yeah. Um. Oh, most of these Greg Abbott, Ron DeSantis, etc. These dipshits, they are young Earth creationists. At least that would make sense. Um, do you think any of these young Earth creationists retrash become um, governors? How many of them do you think are flat earthers? Because a being a far right asshole, a young Earth creationist, and strongly anti LGBTQ. Uh, all these go hand in hand with being a flat earther. How many do you think these? How many of these dipshits do you think are flat earthers? And by the way, for my beer channel, there will be a new co-host. The Bertil and Stefan will continue as the co-hosts of Hades Corner, but for Beer Corner, there will be only one uh, co-host, and you will be amazed because you haven't seen this creature before. Who says I think they all are flat earthers? Probably yes. If because apparently because if you are a young Earth creationist, you clearly haven't had any science lessons. So so Supergirl says someone once said not all Republicans are Nazis, and not all Nazis are Republicans. That's pretty much the same logic with flirters and the like. Yeah, probably. Um, some time ago, I had a chat with my mom about these conspiracy theories and these how these conspiracy theories like flat Earth and anti-vax, 5G nuts, etc. Uh, she is she has just in her early 60s. She is about to graduate from university or get her bachelor's degree in I think social psychology or something like that. And we agreed that the we talked about this, and but we came about how flat earthers tend to be anti-vaxxers, young earth creationists. They believe in other conspiracies, and the reason is that when you buy into one conspiracy, you have to buy into half a dozen others for the first for them to be internally consistent, because human mind needs structure and consistency, coherency. And okay, you buy into flat earth, but then you get strong belief in flat earth or anti-vax or whatever, and you then realize it's not consistent with you cannot you know combine flat earth and get it vaccinated, etc. And such, the 5G shit and stuff like that. You have to buy into like half a dozen others for them to be internally consistent. A lot of the Supergirl says a lot of these conspiracy theories are born out of narcissism and anti-Semitism. Flat Earth is just a gateway drug to more dangerous conspiracy theories. Yes, and exactly because that's what I was saying. You have if you buy into flat Earth, you have to buy to at least half a dozen others, which are more. One is more dangerous than the other, or than the last. Yen says even individual flirts don't agree with each other. They only agree on not the globe. Yes, that is why there is no consensus on a flat Earth model. There's at least a few dozen different ones. Meanwhile, us, the globies, we have every single globie by agrees with the standard globe model, and there's 7 point something billion, 7.5 billion probably now by now, people on this planet. If we were ever to make a survey, I about this, I firmly believe that 99.9% of globies on this planet buy and agree with the standard globe model that we have. Okay, so it is. So it is. Now, this has been going on for 44 minutes, and I think it's for my time to go for this Monday. Otherwise, this will be just going on and on and on about all kinds of tangents with you lovely people. and Stefan and Bertil have been here with me tonight. And it's my time. Supergirl says, big love to you all, take good care of yourself. We will. And it's time for me to go tonight. And I will be going back to editing the video. So the first video for the beer channel, so I can get it out hopefully tomorrow. Until then, until the beer video, which will come out before Friday, and on this channel, I will see you on Friday. Until then, bye.